of the jungle, melodinated, hear the chant of the jungle, while it sings of savage charms, tropic nights and lovers' arms, free as a gypsy, while the chant of the jungle is calling to me.
Muy bien.
Sure, muchachos, I'll dance. Music.
Gracias, chiquilla.
Or I see y'all.
Or you.
Oh, but Pedro must have his share, too.
All right, give it to him.
Oh,
You do for me again that dance, huh? Hey, I just come from the jungle and I have not seen a woman for many months. You will do again for me that dance, huh?
sure. Senor has been so kind. Sure, I'll dance again. Come on. Why didn't you give me a knife or rock anything? I'll kill him. He can't do that to me.
All right, muchachos. You take those bags up to the posada and find yourselves a bed for the night, see?
Well, Ben, what a swell-looking dump this is.
Well, what do you expect to find? Coney Island? Come on, let's promote a drink.
Let's promote two.
Ándale, Rey, vámonos para llevar eso allá al hotel.
Give me some good liquor. Give me the best I got, French brandy. Good enough.
Say, you know, I haven't had a drink of French brandy since I don't know when.
No? That is too bad. Try to remember.
Oh, say, that's no nice way to treat a lady.
Oh, shut up. Have some.
Where are you from, the interior?
Yeah. I just come in. Say, you know most everyone around here, I guess, huh?
Everybody is their Uncle Sarah.
Who is this girl, White? They call her Bingo.
That's her cousin over there.
He likes his liquor, huh?
He likes it, but he can't handle it. Not like we do. Say, do you mind if I have another little drink?
Why didn't you ask for the other two you take?
Oh, now, dearie.
Oh, Mr. Bartender, can you tell me where Henry Downing lives?
Sure. The drinks are with you, Ben. That's him sitting right over there. Say, man, that isn't the Henry Dowling you've been telling me about.
Oh, no, it can't be.
How long has it been since you last saw him?
About 3 years, but... Come on. Hello, Henry. Come on, old timer, wake up. You've got company.
All right. The man's drunk with liquor.
Listen, Henry. This is your old pal, Ben Murchison. Don't you remember? You sent for me, man.
Oh, Ben. Good old Ben. I knew you'd come.
Oh, you old buzzard. Shake hands with my partner, Howard Presley.
Glad to know you, Mr. Dowling.
Hi, Mr. Presley. Have a drink, boy?
No, thanks, not just now.
I'll take one.
Well, as soon as I got your message, Hank, Howard and I got our packs together and lit out. Tell me, what's the trouble, huh?
Well, a while back, when I found out, I knew I needed a friend. And in all this blasted wilderness, there was just one. You, Ben.
You know me, Hank. Tell me, what is it, huh?
Well, there was a doctor here a while back, and he examined me. And I'm in terrible condition. I beg your pardon, but didn't they tell you to cut down on the liquor? Well, that's funny. But if I quit, it'll go sooner than if I keep on. So I sent for you, Ben, to do what I can't do.
Pardon, senor. I would like to have a word with you.
Not now, please. I'm busy.
Yeah, maybe my business means more to you than what you are doing now. Huh?
Say, what right have you got to butt in with me and my friends? Do I know you?
No, senor. You have not had the pleasure. But I have met your daughter.
My daughter?
Yeah, and I'd like to make arrangement with you for her.
Hey, you! Get out of here, whoever you are, before you cause any trouble. Go on, get out.
Yeah, who is he that he should get so excited because I asked him for his daughter? Why, someone will get her. Why not me?
No.
No.
No use, Howard. He's going fast.
How long did they say it will be before the doctor could get here?
Oh, 6 hours at the least. Poor chap, he can't last 20 minutes.
He's no resistance with a weak heart.
Hank, old timer, can you hear me? You wanted to say something to me. What is it, huh?
$10 under bed.
Yes, well?
Clear title, oil lands, Montalaba. See my girl get share and take care of her. Ben promise?
Sure, I promise, Hank.
Oil lands, Montalaba, clear title. He's delirious.
Well, maybe not. You know, he was prospecting down that part for several years.
Wish I could see Kid before I go. Like to...
We'll try and find her, Hank.
She's good, Kid, Ben. Tell her I said stay with you. Oh, that's bingo.
Oh, hello. I see you've been bringing Daddy home, huh?
Child, you don't remember me?
Sure, a little bit. It was a long time ago, though, wasn't it?
Oh, about 3 years. But your dad, he...
Sure, I know. Let him sleep a couple hours and he'll be all right. He always is. Come on, darling, let's get out. Come on.
I beg your pardon. My name's Presley. And in case you don't remember, this is Ben Murchison.
Ben! Oh, sure, I know who you are.
No, child, your dad's been hurt.
Hurt? Daddy hurt?
I don't think I would for a moment.
Oh.
He needs all his strength.
Oh, then you mean he's hurt bad?
Yes, very bad. Oh, you've got to know the truth, child. He's dying.
Oh, don't say that. Not me. Let me talk to him. Daddy. Daddy, dear, listen, it's me, Bingo. Oh, Daddy, darling, say something to me. Oh, you can't go and leave me like this, Daddy. Oh, please don't. Oh, I see. He's sleeping, isn't he?
Yes, dear, he's sleeping. And he won't awaken.
You mean my daddy's gone? My daddy's dead?
He's gone, child.
Oh, Daddy. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I'll always love you, Daddy. All your life, your one thought was of me. Look at his hands. Look at them, so hard and rough and working for me. And now they seem so still and so helpless. Oh, God, why did you take him from me? Oh, why did you do it?
Come, child, come.
Oh.
We can't bring your dear old dad back that way, and it'll only make you sick. Come along, baby. You know, all through life, his one and only thought was of his little girl. And just before he went out, the last thing he said was something about your future, Gray.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he put you in my care. And then he said, oh, he may have been raving, but what difference does it make? You and I, we're going to be together, and I'll take care of you. That is Mr. Presley and I, won't we, Howard?
You can depend on that.
But you said my daddy was hurt. Ow.
Well, dear, he was killed by a man he didn't even know.
A man he didn't even know. Tell me.
Just a minute, friend. Before you tell her the cause of her father's death, I've got a little business in the village.
Business?
Yes. You can tell her the story, but don't tell her the end of it, because the end of it hasn't happened yet.
Right. That story could only have one ending. Come, child.
Daddy.
Sit down. Come. Sit down, dear. Do try and be calm. Do.
Oh, I'm scared.
Won't you for Uncle Ben?
Oh,
For your old Uncle Ben? Come on.
Daddy, Daddy.
Look at me, little girl.
Oh, I don't want anything but...
Era la madrugada cuando te soñaba. ¡Hata, burro! ¡Madre mía! ¡Al gringo lo mataron! ¡Salgan! ¡Salgan! ¡Han matado al gringo! Aquí está atrás del cajón, le dieron un balazo.
It's morning, Ben.
Aye. Another day in the funny old game of life, eh?
I sometimes wonder why we're troubled to play it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are we going to do?
What do you mean?
With her. If we go to Montalava to investigate these oil lands of his, what's to become of her?
Well, we'll take her with us.
Take her with us? Why, we'll be gone 8 months to a year.
What are we to do, old man? Look at her. She's had a hard life. She's sturdy. She can stand it all right.
She's lovely. Fascinating.
Aye, just confirms what I've always said. The sweetest flowers grow in the mud. You know, 8 months is a pretty long time to be together. And I don't mind telling you my partner's beginning to get a little bit daffy about her. I left him down there looking after things.
I've noticed he seems rather unsettled.
Unsettled my foot. She hasn't housebroke. Tell me, have you ever heard her swear?
Well, yes, a little.
Ah, she doesn't swear a little. If you heard her at all, you heard everything. Oh, I'm in for a tough time, but I know that. But she's worth it all. God love her. She's the sweetest soul that ever drew the breath of life. Say, Mr. Jollop, how would you like a little drink, eh?
You're not kidding me, are you? Now, I've got a mighty weak heart.
No, I'm not kidding you. But I'll tell you something. I've got liquor guaranteed to make that old heart of yours beat 140 to the minute. But mind you, I've only got one bottle. Step right in, Mr. Jollop. Mercy on us, what's happened here? Has there been a cyclone or something? Ah! My one bottle.
Where did he come from? Whose is he?
It's hers. She would bring him along. Oh, you damn chimpanzee. Here, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on now. Give me that bottle, will you?
Don't rush him. Don't rush him. Don't rush him. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Say, are you acquainted with monkeys?
Well, yes, a little.
You do the talking. I don't know him.
There. Nice old monkey, nice old monkey. Good old fella. Good old... Mercy, what's his name?
Mercy, did you have to have an introduction? I don't know his name.
Maybe if we had a rope, we could lasso him.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Maybe if we had a butterfly net, we could put a pin through him and put him in a glass case. You leave this to me. I'll... Oh, Mr. Coco or Bozo or whatever your name is. Ah! You bald-faced baboon. Here, quick. Go in there and get a sponge. Go on. And a bowl, too.
Oh, here's a sponge, but I believe it's full of soap.
If I can save you a drink, you won't mind a little soap, will you?
And I suppose it's full of glass, too.
For a man that wants a drink, you can think of more objections.
Wait, I've got a nice, clean handkerchief.
All right, spread it over the bowl. All I want is a bracer before I kill that monkey.
You're going to kill him?
No, I'm going to drop him out of a porthole, and if he can't swim, well, that'll be just too bad.
Hello, Uncle. Rolling dice?
No, we're not rolling dice. We're straining for the drinks.
Say, what do you mean tearing up the room like this? Why don't you get drunk out on deck?
Me tearing up the room? Do you think I did it?
Well, then what'd you let your friend do it for?
Oh. Young woman, when I came on board this ship, I told you that monkey and I couldn't live in the same room together.
So you're trying to blame it on little Chico now, huh? Come, baby. Come on. Did bad men scare it? Yeah.
You listen to me, Alice Dowling.
My name's Bingo, if you please.
I don't please. And another thing. What are you pottering around this ship in your bare feet for? Where are your shoes?
I took them off because they hurt.
Well, I told you to wear them. And I wouldn't mind betting. Exactly. Where are your thingamabobs?
I've got them on.
Put that down, will you, Mercy?
You and your friend will kindly clean up this mess you've made. And if you must go around breaking up people's furniture and making a wreck out of everything, don't try and blame it onto a poor little monkey. Come, baby. Bingo will take you away from these wicked men.
Bingo, take you away from... Oh, come on, let's get to this drink. Where's a glass now? Hi, here a minute. I say, have you seen my little girl Alice around anywhere?
No, sir, haven't seen it.
Alice! No. Will you fellas keep her out of this? Oh!
Well, you hurt?
No. Are you?
No, I'm all right.
What an interesting picture, I must say.
Hello. What's the matter here, eh?
Oh, nothing at all. No harm done. This young person just ran into us.
Person?
Come along, dear boy. Do let's finish our walk.
Come along, dear boy, huh? Say, who's she?
How should I know? And what's that got to do with you, anyway?
Come along, dear boy. Let's finish our walk. Say, ain't she got a crust?
You know that fellow?
No. I never saw anyone like him before.
Well, the woods are full of his kind back where you're going.
Take me to the woods, Uncle Ben.
Oh, come on, I knew it.
You know, it's lovely out here, but it'll soon be dinner. If you'll excuse me, Mrs. Mason, I'll go and clean up.
Oh, but you will join our little bridge party tonight. Do say yes. You know you're my one comfort aboard this lonely boat.
Oh, no man would ever let you be lonely.
Is that a promise?
I love to make 'em.
And break them?
It's too bad there's so much daylight out here. I almost kissed you just then.
It will be quite gloomy out here after dinner.
I know, but it'll be so dark then I won't be able to see your eyes. I love your eyes.
Oh, you do know how to flirt, don't you?
Well, I learned about women from, women. I'll see you later.
I know that wonderful something is yours. Something spreading affection right into our direction. I know that wonderful something is love. My heart is singing away night and day a song of gladness. My lips are aching to share happiness rare just with someone like you. Such a marvelous feeling. All my soul is revealing. I know that wonderful something is love.
Bueno. Gee, that's a lovely song.
Hello. Where did you come from?
Uncle Ben's room.
Uncle Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Say, who was that woman I saw you with?
That woman? Why, what difference does it make?
I want to know.
Oh, she's a lady. On this boat.
I know she's on the boat. But whoever told you she was a lady?
I don't remember. Why, isn't she?
I'm asking you that.
Oh, her name is Mrs. Mason, and that's all.
That's enough. Do you like her?
You know, you're the funniest kid I ever...
Oh, now there, see what you went and done? Oh, gee, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault. Is it bad?
I'll live.
Let me look. Let me. Oh, gee.
Oh, Mr. Jolliffe, have you seen my little girl Alice around anywhere?
No, I haven't.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ooh. There. It's better now.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was awfully nice of you to do that for me.
That's all right. I liked it.
What the dickens is your name, anyway?
Bingo. Bingo Dowling.
Bingo.
Well, my right name is Alice. You see, a sailor named me.
A sailor?
Mm-hmm. It was, you see, I was walking down the street once, and a sailor made a wisecrack at me, so I socked him in the nose. And when he came to, he said, Bingo! The natives heard it, and it sort of stuck.
Where are you headed for?
To the woods with Uncle Ben.
The woods?
Yes, New York.
Oh, I see. New York. That's my town.
Really? Then we'll be neighbors, won't we?
Well, not exactly. Perhaps. You see, New York's a pretty big place.
That's all right. I'll find you.
Why, you cute little devil. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything, did I?
Wait a minute, I'll get a robe.
No, please don't. I like you the way you are. Can you fight?
Well, I've been known to. Yes.
What was she calling you dear boy for?
Oh, that's just her style.
Are you?
Am I what?
Are you her dear boy.
Why, certainly not. I just met her.
You just met me, too.
Meaning what?
Oh, meaning that you don't have to know people any longer than that to like them.
That's so.
Do you like me?
Why, of course I do.
Better than her?
Oh, a lot better.
That's all I wanted to know.
Ah.
Hello.
So here's where you are, eh?
Yeah.
Just a minute.
That's Uncle Ben.
All of that?
Mm-hmm.
Jollop told me he saw you coming in here, and I wouldn't believe him.
For once, old Jollop was right. Uncle Ben, this is, Mr.
McAllister's my name. Andy McAllister.
A fine old name. Too darned fine a name to be tied onto a pup who'll invite kids like this into his cabin.
Oh, come on now. Wait a minute.
I will wait no minute.
You will till you wait 2 minutes and maybe longer.
I won't.
Well, what do you mean jumping on him like that? You know, he didn't invite me in here.
Well, how'd you get in here?
Well, I came in because he cut himself. Look, see?
Have you nothing better to do than go around looking for people who have just cut themselves?
If you'll allow me, Uncle Ben, I think I can...
Who the blazes are you calling Uncle Ben?
If you'll bear in mind, sir, I haven't heard your name.
Well, my name's Murchison. Scotch, like yours. Heaven help you.
Well, then, Mr. Murchison, where no harm is intended, you can't misconstrue harm.
A very fine speech. A very noble speech. But while you're just a kid yourself, you know more than she does. And you know, what'll people think of her coming in here
bother
like...
people. What do I care about that old Jollop Pollock thing? He came into my room, didn't he, and busted up all my furniture?
He did not.
Well, he was in there, and what's more, I didn't ask him.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. Will you stop it?
No.
Think I'm going to spend my time digging you out of difficulties? Come on. On your way here. On your way.
Goodbye, Andy. I'll see you later.
You will not?
I will, too.
Oh, come now, Mr. Murchison. There's no harm in my seeing the girl.
Right. Well, I'll tell you when I know you better. Come on, get out here.
And don't forget, Andy, I don't like that woman who calls you dear boy.
Will you get out of the...
Yeah, well... And say, I don't like all these women either.
Alice, darling, you come right to my cabin and I'll talk to you there. You think I'm...
Something spreading affection right into our direction. I know that wonderful something is love. My heart is singing away night and day a song of gladness. My lips are aching to share happiness rare just with someone like you. Such a marvelous feeling, all my soul is revealing. I know that wonderful something is love.
Gee, I'll always love that song, Andy. Oh.
We mustn't go in for much of that.
Well, why?
Well, we don't know each other very well yet.
Well, then that's your fault, Andy, because I know you. I knew you the minute you bumped into me out there. I knew that I loved you, and I knew that you were my man. Oh, that's not so strange. People meet each other and love each other right away. And I love you, don't I, Andy?
Honey, I don't know. This is so sudden. You see, love is something that, I don't know, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever really been in love.
Gee, really? Oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Because now I'll be the first one, won't I?
Yes, of course.
And we'll see each other every day in New York, won't we?
Well, honey, every day in a big city is something that's possible.
Oh, Andy, dear boy, I've been looking for you everywhere.
Yeah, for what?
I beg your pardon. Who is this person?
Oh, my fault. Miss Dowling.
Oh, I know. This is Miss Mason.
Well, I was about to say that we're waiting your arrival at a little bridge game.
Well, I'll join you a little later.
You will not.
My dear Mr. McAllister, would you kindly tell me what all this is about?
It's about me and Andy. And don't you come around here anymore with that dear boy stuff. Do you hear me?
Well, you little savage, you. What business is it of yours?
Oh, yeah? What business is it of mine, huh? Say, Andy, you know what I told you I did to a sailor once?
Yes?
Well, I'm going to do it to her now.
Oh, now, Bingo, wait a minute, please.
Well, my dear, when you're able to extricate yourself, we shall be waiting for you.
Hey, wait a minute before you go. I'm telling you now, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. He's not your dear boy, and he never was your dear boy. And for 2 centavos, I'd sock you right in the nose. Yeah, come to think of it, I'll do it for
Oh,
nothing.
now, wait a minute, please, Bingo.
Why, this girl must be mad. I certainly will report this to the captain.
Oscar.
Darling, you can't act like that.
Like what?
Why, so rough. You're going to the city, and you'll want to meet some nice people. And you can't go around when things displease you threatening to sock people in the nose.
Well, why can't I? My father told me to. Say, where I come from, you had to sock him in the jaw.
I know, but these are friends of my mother's, and I'm afraid they won't understand. I'll have to go and apologize.
I'm sorry. Gee, I'm always doing something I shouldn't. But after you said you weren't her dear boy and you kissed me the way you did, well, I thought it was all right to tell everybody you were mine and that I was yours.
Sweet girl, I love your spirit, but don't you see there are certain rules we must observe?
All right. All right, I said I was sorry. But will I see you before I go to bed?
Well, I'll go and play some bridge, and yes, if it's not too late, I'll come and say good night to you, and to Uncle Ben.
All right. Bye-bye. Hello.
Bingo! What are you doing here?
Well, gee, Uncle Ben fell asleep early, and I didn't want you to wake him, so I came in here to wait for you. Gee, I almost fell asleep.
But you can't do that, honey.
Why?
Well, what will people say coming into my... No, come on, you run along.
Oh, all right. Good night. Gee, I love you, Andy. Gosh, I love you. You, say, what are you doing around here?
I came here to find out just what I knew I would find out.
Oh, yeah, well, here's something else you're going to find out, because I'm going to sock you right in the nose. Oh, you, help, help. Get her off, somebody help. Debbie, let go of me. I'll kill her.
What is all this about? Will you stop it? No. Stop it. What's it all about?
I'll tell you what it's all about. This sweet young thing was coming out of Mr. McAllister's cabin.
Oh, come on now, that's not fair.
That's the truth.
Sure it is, and what about it?
I'll see you in your cabin, McAllister, and I'll see you right now.
Sure, come along.
And the rest of you can all go to bed. Come on, get in there.
I certainly shall report this assault to the captain.
Very, very, very good, Mom. And you might also tell the captain and all of us what you're doing here at this time of night, when your cabin is on the starboard side of the boat.
Gee, I never thought of that.
Silence! You get in there. Over here, Bingo. And now, young man, you'll tell me, and you'll tell me in plain English, just what you're trying to get away with.
Listen to me.
Now, you keep out of this. You're either very brave or you're very dumb, and I'm waiting to hear which it is.
I'm afraid it's not exactly either, sir.
Don't you kid with me. I told you this afternoon what I thought about this child being in your cabin, and I gave you a good break, because I figured you were just as big a kid as she is. But at this time of night, it's a different story. Now, come on, loosen up, or I'll choke it out of you.
Uncle Ben, will you listen to me a minute? You don't understand this. I love Andy, and he loves me, too.
Love? Why, you only met today.
Oh, what difference does that make? The minute I saw him, I knew I loved him. Everything's all settled. We've kissed, and, well, it's all settled, isn't it, Andy? Sure it is.
Settled? Settled? Now, you listen to me, children, for that's all you are, just children. I'm going to try and not be cross with either of you. I've heard of all this sort of thing, but I've never believed it.
I'm not going to appeal to you, Bingo, dear. You've had a strange life, and bless your heart, you wouldn't understand. But I am going to ask you, young man, to tell her that this is a lot of nonsense that can only end one way. Tell her, you know I'm right.
I'm terribly afraid you are, sir. You see, I've never met anyone quite like Bingo before. And I don't mind telling you I'm afraid I could become terribly fond of her. But I am telling you the truth. I couldn't, marry just now. I'm only 8 months out of school. I haven't any money. I was down here looking for a job,
You see?
Oh, but why go over all that? What's that got to do with our loving each other? Tell me.
Oh, Bingo, dear, come here. Come and listen to your old Uncle Ben. You know where you are going? There are hundreds and hundreds of young men just like McAllister.
No, there
Oh,
aren't.
yes, there are. And it's because you've been brought up around the kind of men you have that makes him seem so different. Isn't that right, young fellow?
Oh, I'm afraid it is. Yes, sir.
There you are. Wait until you've met a lot of the others. Wait until you've lived in civilization a while. And then if you still feel that you like this young man, well, we'll talk it over. Isn't that fair?
You want to see if I'll forget Andy, isn't that it?
That's just exactly it.
You don't understand anything, Uncle Ben. I could never forget him. I love him.
Gee, you're a sweet kid.
She's all of that. And that's all the more reason why she shouldn't be allowed to look upon this affair as love. Love, oh.
And you mean when I get to New York, I can't even see him?
Not right away. You'll promise that?
Well, if you think it's best, yes, sir.
Don't you think it is?
Well, I hate to admit it, but of course it is.
Yes.
I am very young, and, well, I'm broke.
Oh. So that's all either of you care about what I want, huh? Well, I love Andy. I'll always love him because he was the first. His kiss was the first. No matter when I see him or if I never see him again, I'll always love him. No one can ever stop me from loving him because I shall never know anything else. Kiss me good night, Andy.
Good night, my sweet.
You know a lot about oil, Uncle Ben, but you don't know anything about girls.
Oh, it's a lot of nonsense. Promise me you'll leave her alone.
If I had anything to take care of her with, I wouldn't promise you a thing.
Why, you whippersnapper, she's got millions in her own right. What are people going to say? Huh?
Sure, I got you. You can always whip a guy with that crack. Good night.
You impudent young pup.
Hello, Uncle Ben.
Hello, darling.
How do I look?
Oh, simply beautiful.
Do you like it?
What is it, another party? Eh?
No, just a few friends.
Oh, just a few friends. You know, last time you told me that, I counted 53.
But it's nothing like that tonight. Look, have you heard from Uncle Howard?
Uncle Howard? Why, you mustn't call him Uncle. He's only a young man. Why, he's young enough to
what?
to get married, for one thing.
I see. According to the way you figure, a person would have to be that old before they'd even be allowed to think of it, wouldn't they?
I got you. In fact, where would you have been, Missy, huh?
I'd rather not discuss that.
So tell me something. Didn't I see young McAllister at one of your parties not long ago?
Yes, Andy was here. Why?
Oh, did he say anything? I mean, anything that I should know?
No. As a matter of fact, Uncle Ben, you succeeded quite well in discouraging Andy. I hadn't seen him in all that time. Nearly a year, till the other night. Then he paid little or no attention to me at all. Oh, when are you expecting Howard?
Well, tonight. He gets into New York this evening.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yesterday evening, Miss Ellis.
Oh, thanks, Dilton. Oh, will you drop in on us after a while?
Why, we certainly will. Give us a little kiss, Bingo. Oh, baby, I'm so proud of you.
And I'm very grateful to you, Uncle Ben. Only once since I've known you have you ever said anything that was silly sappy and ridiculous.
When was that?
That was when you said the woods were full of birds like Andy. Hello, Jean. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Bingo.
Hello,
Finally
Bingo.
got here, huh?
Yes, we got here. What's the matter with you two?
Oh,
She makes me sick.
I know. Mammy, go get a drink. Welcome. Has Mr. McAllister arrived yet?
I'm sure I couldn't say, miss. I don't think I know him.
Thank you.
Bingo.
Well, what I don't get is why pick this party? I'm way out here and likely have a rotten time. We could have gone to Amy's tonight right in town.
We can go to Amy's any night. Besides, this Dowling girl always has nice people.
Well, I'm not saying anything contrary to that, but I've been shopping all day, Andy, and I'm tired.
If you're tired, why did you come?
You asked me, didn't you?
I wouldn't have if I thought you were going to spend the entire evening crabbing.
Well, I'm not crabbing. Say, what are you trying to do, pick a fight with me before we get there?
Pick one. You've always got one ready.
Oh, don't be cross with me. You old flat shoe, I love you.
Bozos, into the dining room and remember your copybook. The night young and so's the gin. Come on. You're not making me mad.
But my name isn't Mad.
Fresh. Police, my nerves. Well, look who's here, the baby cake.
Hey, folks, the bar is now open.
Come on, dear. The elephants are having their drink.
Boy, here's where I fall off my 18-day diet. I knew I would.
Who's going to give the lunch to the drink? Hello, Soap. How's everybody?
Who's here?
Romeo, Juliet.
Good evening, Miss Dowling.
Good evening, Andy.
Miss Dowling.
Sam.
Boy's full of manners.
Paul, what?
Thanks.
Give me up a headache, will you, Paul? I'm dying.
Drink one of these and they'll be picking you off the ceiling with a butterfly net.
Who's going to have the little umpkin? Oh, the devil's little umpkin. Little umpkin, it's me. Come on.
Dance, Bingo?
Sure, Greg. Sure, enough so.
Dance, boy?
Oh, you old buzzard. Man, I'm glad to see you. You're looking fine.
I'm feeling fine.
Will I show Mr. Presley to his room now, sir?
Oh, just take the bags up. That'll be all right. I've got so damn much to talk to you about that you probably will no get to your bed at all tonight.
Suits me. How about promoting a little drink?
How about promoting two? Come on, old pal.
How's Miss Alice?
Oh, man, wait until you see her. She's simply beautiful.
Is she tame yet?
Tame? Oh, Lord, no. I sometimes think she's worse. Of course, you know, she's learned a lot of that highfalutin stuff. You know the bunk. But underneath it all, she's still the same sweet Bingo.
I'm anxious to see her.
Uh-huh.
I brought her a little present.
Oh. See, how did I write and tell you about that young fella she fell in love with on the boat?
No. Who is he?
Oh, a young squirt called McAllister or something. It's a long story, and...
Dance, Bingo?
I'm just a step ahead of you.
You had the last one, didn't you, Greg?
We didn't issue any programs for this fall. You take what you can get.
In that case, I'll take this dance.
You and who else?
Wait a minute, Greg. You have the last one, you know, and you can't be selfish. I'm going to dance this one with Mr. McAllister. We'll have the next one.
Maybe I can drive to the end of the world with you.
Another drink and you couldn't drive a nail.
May I see a moment, Marge?
Yeah, sure.
Flat tire, I ought to punch him in the nose.
Oh, Lumpkin, what's this ring?
Oh, give it there and put some strychnine in it.
When did he meet her?
First,
How about 3 months ago? Here with 3. Both at the same time.
That's what he told you. Listen, and I'll slip you something. He met her over a year ago on a boat down around South America. And he's nuts about it. Just plain nuts. What do you think of that?
You kind of like her yourself, don't you, Ray?
You bet I do, baby.
That's what I thought. That's why your story doesn't amount to a dime.
It was awfully nice of you to ask me.
That's all right, Andy. I'm happy to have you.
Nice party.
I'm glad you liked it. You're a lovely dancer, Andy.
Thanks.
Oh, this is a grand party, Bingo.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Excuse me, please.
Sure. Isn't it marvelous?
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, Bill, play my favorite number, will you?
Why, certainly.
Thanks.
Boys, wonderful something.
Here we go. Come on, baby.
I know that wonderful something is love. Something spreading affection right into our direction. I know that wonderful something is love. My heart is singing away night and day.
A song of gladness. My lips are aching to share happiness rare just with someone like you. Such a marvelous feeling, for my soul is revealing, I know. Bingo.
Andy, dear.
Oh, I've tried. I have tried, but I can't keep it up any longer. I love you. I do love you.
But why didn't you say it before, darling? Why?
Because I didn't know, my sweet, those few days aboard the boat. It was so short. But now that I find myself wanting you, missing you, wondering what you're doing each night and day, I know now I love you.
Oh, but it was different with me, Andy. You see, I knew I loved you right from the jump. I knew there could never be anyone else. Don't you understand, darling? I would have kept on waiting years and years because I knew someday you would say it. Oh, I knew you would, darling.
You darling. Let's sit down. I have so much to say to you.
What do you think of that? Now who's kidding who?
You watch.
And I'm not much better off now than I was then. I have a job, but I can't seem to save anything.
Darling, don't talk, please. Oh, not about things like that. Oh, Andy, dear, I haven't felt your kisses on my lips for nearly a year. Please don't talk about those things. I love you, and that's all that matters.
And I love you, my sweet. I know that now.
Well, what is it, Marjorie?
You double-crossing, tapestry, tapeworm, you...
Say, who are you talking to?
Wait a minute.
Oh, I see. Just because you've been playing around with Andy, you think that gives you the right to bust in here and bawl him out like that, huh? Listen, Marjorie, we love each other. We've always loved each other. Now that you know what you know, why don't you back out and be a good sport? You're in the wrong pew.
Oh, I am I? You think I am. Why, I'll make you...
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Marge. If you'd waited, I'd have dug you up and told you myself. And I know you wouldn't have come around here spying if you hadn't been sicked onto it by that dinner-clothes tramp.
Oh, boy, you'll eat that.
I will I? I'll show you what I'll do.
Oh, Andy! Attaboy, Andy, attaboy!
Come on out on the lawn and do that again.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. Come on.
Wait a minute, dear, wait.
Oh, you don't want to see him licked, huh?
Licked? My man licked? Don't be silly. Say, you couldn't do it, but you're going to get a chance to try. Listen, darling, don't go out there, because Uncle Ben will hear you and stop it. Now, we'll go in here and stop this dance, and if this bird hasn't changed his mind yet, you can fight it out in there.
Oh, Bingo, you wouldn't let him fight.
Let him fight. He's got to now. That's the only kind of a man I'd pick.
Suits me perfectly, because I'll lick him and he knows it.
What have you got that says you will?
Anything you like.
1,000, 2,500.
No, not a dime. I'll fight him because he's a rat. If you bet a dime, I won't.
Oh, he doesn't want to see you lose, dearie. Come on, McAllister. You asked for it.
Darling, you go out there and beat him to a pulp, because I love you. Come on. Hey, stop that music. Listen, kids. Please stop the music. Listen, kids, Annie and Greg have had a few words, and they're going to fight it out here now. Now, someone go over there and shut those windows. And don't shout, and no one in the rest of the house will know anything about it. Do you get that?
No. All right, boys, now let's form a ring. Get 4 chairs and somebody get those curtain cords back there. Say, I have an idea.
Impossible. Oh, beat him, Greg, beat him. Don't beat him too hard.
I'll beat him, baby.
Take the collar and tie him. Say, give me that shirt.
That's a good idea.
You better take those pumps off or you'll slip on the floor, Andy.
That baby thinks of everything.
I'm going to be the bell ringer. I'm going to be the timekeeper. Here, I'll put them on.
You're not going to fight with gloves.
Why, certainly. We're not going to have a slaughterhouse here.
Okay.
Get that. Ladies and gentlemen, in this arena right now, in this corner, young Andy McAllister, the Gotham Flash. In this corner, battling Greg, the New York Hurricane. Both members of this club. Come here.
Keep quiet.
How many rounds?
Only to a finish. You're going to be easily satisfied.
And how?
Come on now, put up a fight, kid, like you never did before. Come on, beat him with the left.
Come on, Andy, attaboy. Step around me, darling. Step around me.
Right in the bed there.
Attaboy, Greg. Talking, Greg.
Hey, I'll take that fight.
Take your time, darling. Take your time. Don't get upset.
One.
Take your time.
Two.
Take your time and get it up. Don't sludge with him, darling. Don't sludge.
Come on, Greg. You win it all the way. You win it all the way.
Annie, take your time. Don't get upset with him. Come on, don't.
Come on, Greg.
Andy, take your time, darling. Come on, I'm betting on you, darling. Come on, attaboy, darling. Come on.
Oh, you win it all the way, Greg. Win it all the way, Greg. Win it all the way, Greg. Penny, see him off. A bunch of the boys are whooping up in a Malibu saloon. And all of it. Come on, Greg. Win it all the way.
Say, just what do you mean? You get over there where you
What's the
belong.
idea?
I tell you, Howard, the fellow hasn't got $1, and I don't believe he ever will have.
I appreciate all that, Ben, but a girl in love doesn't give a hang. And why, after all, should you?
Well, I've never seen anything about him that would make me think he's the right fellow for her.
Well, I'm not so sure it's your business.
That's it. Come on, Andy. Knock him in the jaw, Andy. Come on. Knock him in the nose. That's it.
Well, what's going on here? What's the matter?
One man told another man he could lick my men, but he couldn't do it, Uncle Ben. No, sir, he couldn't do it.
What, a fight?
Oh, can you ask?
No, mister, they were waiting for a streetcar.
A fight here in this house?
Hello, Miss Alice. Sorry to interrupt you.
Hello, Uncle Howard. Help me get him fixed up, will
Why,
you?
sure. What's the matter with the boy?
You!
I'm better off than I thought I was. I didn't think you'd recognize me.
Bingo, to think that you would allow such a thing. A fight here in this house. Why, you young bunch of hoodlums. And I ask you again, McAllisters, What are you going to support her on?
On my salary.
How much is that?
I don't know why you should know that. It's enough for us.
It's maybe enough for a dinky two-room flat. You going to ask her to live in that?
Other people have lived in 2 rooms and liked it.
Not after they've known a home like this.
No, perhaps not.
And I'm telling you...
No, you're not. You've told him all you're going to tell him, Uncle Ben. I've sat here for 15 minutes just listening, just seeing how far you would go. And I've decided, Uncle Ben, that this dislike for Andy's just become a blind prejudice.
Bingo.
While I give you the right, Uncle Ben, to tell me what to wear, when to get up, when to go to bed, and what to eat, there's one right I haven't let go of, and that's the right to love whom I darn please, and I love Andy.
Wow.
You might just as well open those windows and tell your story to the tree toad as to expect me to listen to any more of it. Now, the wheel's spinning, gentlemen. Make your bet.
A lot of rubbish.
Thanks, Bingo. That's sweet of you. Only I hate like the dickens to see you quarrel with these 2 gentlemen who've been so kind to you.
Well, I hate it too, Andy, but, well, there seems no other way.
There is another way, and I'll tell you what it is. You 2 go on out and get married, and come back here to this house and live where you belong.
Do you mean it, Uncle Ben?
And whatever McAllister's salary is, you can make it go as far as it will, and you, Bingo, will pay the rest.
Oh, sure, I've got plenty, Uncle Ben, only I was...
No, wait, Bingo, wait. Thanks very much, Mr. Murchison. That's a very clever idea. It sure is. But not for me.
You won't do it?
You know I won't.
Well, that lets me out.
Oh, Andy, darling, why? What is money? What difference does it make? I've got... Oh, please don't say you
please,
won't.
my sweet, don't ask me to do that. I love you. I want to marry you, and I will. But not under those circumstances. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll run along home. Good night, my sweet. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, boy.
Good night.
Oh, Andy, wait, I'll go to the car with you.
There you are, you see.
Ben, you're a fox.
I'm a whole fox farm when it comes to outsmarting young cubs like him.
It's just a bit cruel, though.
Cruel nothing. He's got pride. Good old Scotch pride. That's the only thing that saves him.
He may fool you. She'll win him to her way of thinking. I'll lay a little bet. He takes you up, marries her, and moves his trunks over here.
What makes you say that?
Because he loves her. And no man who loves a girl like that and has a chance to call her wife will let his pride stand in the way.
That's what you think. Oh, Bingo, darling, you must be dog-tired. Come along, skip off to bed now.
Uncle Ben, tell me something.
What is it?
Did you mean what you said to Andy in a nasty way?
Nasty? How nasty?
Well, you know, about us living here and all that. Did you say that just to hurt Andy?
Hurt him? Why, he told me flat it wouldn't hurt him to take you out of this house and ask you to live on, well, maybe $60 a week. How could my offer hurt him?
Oh, I don't know. Only I think that he thinks that...
Oh, I wouldn't think too much of what he thinks. But I'll tell you what I would do. I'll tell all your girlfriends that you and McAllister have an understanding and that you're going to be married. I wouldn't publish it in the newspapers, you know, but I'd just let it get round gradually, and he'll come to your way of thinking. See?
Do you think so?
Why, sure. Now hop off to bed. There's Howard waiting to say good night to you.
Uncle Howard, I bet you think I'm awful. I haven't said a word to you, Hardy, since you've gotten back.
Oh, that's all right. You've had more important things on your mind than your Uncle Howard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, and I promise never again to.
Oh, that's all right. Say, I brought you a little present from Rio.
Really?
And I almost forgot it.
Oh, I wonder what it is. Oh. Oh, Uncle Howard. Howard, it's gorgeous. Oh, look, Uncle Ben. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, simply beautiful. Oh, I tell you, money's a wonderful thing after all.
Oh, that deserves another kiss.
Thanks.
You know, I don't know whether to laugh or cry or... Oh, that's too lovely. Oh, gee. Good night.
Good night, darling.
She's lovely.
Well, do you still think you'd like to see McAllister marry her?
Why, what do you mean, Ben?
You can't fool me. You can't even fool yourself. You love her.
But you wouldn't ask that, my sweet. You couldn't.
You haven't really given me one good reason, Andy. I didn't earn the money, you know. Dad left it to me in oils. If he were alive now, the first thing he would say would be, Andy, take this and make my Bingo happy. Don't you see?
Yes, I see. But that's the viewpoint of a girl. With a man, it's different. No, I couldn't.
Not even for me?
That's the one thing I can't make you understand. But after a year of living on your money, you'd see.
Who's going to know it's my money, darling? We don't have to live here, you know. We can go to England or France or anywhere. And then if you want to go on some sort of business...
Yeah, you'd stake me. No, my sweet. The very thought of it gives me a chill. If I marry you, it'll have to be as I am, without money.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
That's the one thing that I can't do. Why, it would kill me to see you in the only place that I could put you.
You're not fair, Andy. Really, you're not. You won't accept my money and you won't allow me to live on yours. That's not fair.
I know it isn't. And I'm half crazy trying to dope out some way of raising a stake. Don't you think I want to be able to give you presents? A bracelet like Mr. Presley gave you. I don't want to have to hear you say, here, Andy, here's $5,000. Go out and buy me something.
Andy, you're so silly, dear. Let's kiss.
Hello, Scofflaw. Who has the bottle? You know that somebody put it in my locker.
Say, Ben, what has your liver got to do with your game?
Not a thing. I left my liver in South America in a bottle. So has young McAllister been out here today?
Haven't seen him.
I've got to keep my eye on that boy now that he's so close to my family.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's a nice enough sort of chap.
Oh, he's a nice enough kid, but he hasn't got a dime. Of course, my ward's got plenty. You know, it beats the dickens how the kids are willing to buy anything these days, even a husband.
Ben, you talk too much. Have a drink.
Thanks. Yes, times have changed. You know, in my day, a fellow that courted a girl that had more money than he had, well, he was looked upon as a sort of, one of those things. Well, here's hoping Howard won't forget to pay me that $1 I won from him today.
Here's hoping you pay me the 10 I won yesterday.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
Well, so long, boys.
So long.
So long.
Are you sure I didn't pay you?
Good old well-known hot foot. 9 right. There it is.
Now, I'm 300 in you, 2 in you, 4 in you, George, and 7 in you. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll shoot $100 apiece with each of you. Is that okay?
No. All right. Shoot. Dice. Do me. 7. Right. All right. Now I'll shoot.
If he keeps that up, he won't have to marry for money.
You're right.
Come on, shoot 300 at me, boy.
Andy, shoot me 300.
500 here, Andy. I'll take 100. I'll take
Roll the dice. No, I'm through.
Oh, come on, chance.
Come on,
You're not going to quit. I'll give you your chance some other day.
Okay.
Can't get away.
I'll shoot you on.
How do you do, Mr. McAllister? Nice day.
I'll be with you in a minute, Jim. I got to use the phone.
So I says to her, I said, listen, how do you get that way? And then the dam broke, and I simply rushed all over her.
Hello, Mr. Starr. Mr. Starr, this is Andy McAllister speaking. Have you got that bracelet there that I looked at yesterday? You have? Well, that's great. Hang on to it. I want it. Yeah, I'll be down in about 40 minutes. Thanks very much. Right.
Just a little trim, if you please.
Hello, Mr. Presley.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you, sir. A couple of hot towels and make it snappy, will you? I'm in a hurry.
Yes, sir.
Now, Walter, just a little off around the back of the ears, but not too much off here. The last time was altogether too short.
Yes.
Just once over, Pete. I'm in a hurry.
Hello, Presley.
Oh, hello.
Did you see that crap game in the next room?
No, I only just came in.
Young McAllister. Took him for a cleaning for about $3,000.
Yeah?
Yeah. That boy's no fool.
No, I don't think he is.
A guy that's going to marry $2 or $3 million is anything else but. I suppose old Murchison is kind of reconciled to it. Got to buy the baby anything the baby wants.
Oh, her kind ain't never had no raising, you know. So I says to her, I says, listen, you could learn a lot from them guys who talk on their fingers.
Aren't you going to wait? No, thanks, Jim. Nothing more.
They're deaf and dumb, but you're worse, because you can hear and still you're dumb.
I tell you, Ben, it was brutal. The boy's face was like a death mask. He just sat in that chair and couldn't speak.
Well, it's not my fault. I warned him long ago to keep away from her.
But where's it all going to end?
By him no longer being able to stand the gaff and getting out, leaving the way clear for you.
Ah, talk sense. She wouldn't look at me.
She wouldn't, eh? Oh, you old fishwife. What? Just you go in and catch her crying, thinking her heart's broken. You'll see how easy it is.
Uncle Ben.
What?
Look, isn't it lovely? Look, Howard.
Where did that come from?
From Andy.
From who?
Oh, don't shout at me like that, darling. I said from Andy. You'll say it's lovely, won't you, Howard?
It is, dear. Very pretty.
Say, where did that fella get the money to buy a thing like that?
Why don't you say he stole it and get it over with? He bought it, darling, the same as Howard did this one, I suppose. Well, don't blink at me like an owl. Say something.
Well, where is he?
Oh, he isn't here, and if he were, I wouldn't let you see him. You might ask him where he got his dinner suit.
Say, where in the name of thunder did that fella get the money to pay for a thing like that?
He won it.
Won it?
Shooting dice at the club.
Dice? Dice?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I heard them say 3,000.
3,000? And he puts it in a gigo. Oh, didn't I tell you that fellow was crazy? There's nothing Scotch about him except his name.
Oh, Ben, he's developing a sense of humor.
Oh.
While it sings of savage charms, tropic nights and summer songs, free as a Andy, darling. Oh, Andy, that's the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. Gee, you don't know how happy I am with it. Oh, honestly, dear, it's grand.
I'm so glad you like it, my sweet.
I went in to show it to Howard and Uncle Ben, and Uncle Ben said...
Yes, I know what Uncle Ben said. I must find out which bank has been robbed.
Oh, darling. Don't talk about that. Come over and sit down. Come on. You know, Andy, I was just thinking about things. After we're married, I'm going to get your slippers and your pipe for you every evening. And then we can sit here and be alone for hours and hours and hours. Won't that be marvelous? Then maybe we'll sneak into the kitchen to get a bite to eat, and then we'll go upstairs to our room. Just think about that, Andy. Our room.
You darling.
Oh, I love you so.
Two of your friends, Miss Harris. I didn't get the names.
Well, what a pretty picture. A quiet evening at home with Mother, eh?
How are you, kid? Hello, Bingo. What is this, old home week? I think so. Look what Andy gave me. Isn't that darling? Isn't it exquisite? Oh, it's adorable. Come on now, kids. When are you going to get married?
Married? Who said we were going to get married?
Well, everybody's talking about it.
Well, I wish everybody wouldn't.
Oh, Andy, what do you care? As long as you love Bingo and she loves you, what difference does her money make?
It's what I've been trying to tell him, Paul.
Sure, Andy. Everybody thinks you're smart for crashing in like this.
Oh, they do they? Well, I wish everybody would mind their own business.
Darling, please. Haven't we had enough of that? How would you kids like a drink, huh?
Drink? Drink?
D-R-I-N-K, drink.
Oh, drink.
It sounded like I said drink, huh?
Oh, drink.
Right.
Oh, you know, it's funny, I misunderstood her. I thought she said drink.
Drink to me, too.
Oh, hello, darling.
Hello, Uncle Ben. Bilcom said you wished to see me,
Yes, I do, dear.
but the kids are arriving already.
Well, I won't keep you more than just a minute. You know, I've got a great plan for you and young McAllister.
What, another one?
You know, the only way to handle that boy is to take the matter right out of his hands.
How?
Well, you've got all your friends here tonight. Now, if I were you, I'd put over a smart trick on him.
What do you mean?
Well, sometime during the evening, I would grab him round the neck, kiss him, and announce that you're going to be married next week. What can he do? He can't deny it. And meantime, all the kids will have rushed out and spread the news around, and before he can realize it's all set, he'll have changed his mind and had a good laugh about it, huh?
Sure, of course. Why, that... But Uncle Ben, don't you think I'd look sort of cheap doing a thing like that?
Cheap? No. It'd be a darn good trick to play on him, and it would probably bring him to his senses, see?
You know, I think I'll do that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir, I'll do that. Now, look, I'll run on and come back later on in the evening and talk some more about it, because I don't want to do anything to make him sore, Uncle Ben.
Sore? If he gets sore at the idea of calling himself your husband, he's out with me.
Oh, bless you. You can be awfully sweet when you want to be.
I know.
I'll see you later.
All right, darling.
Well, did you put it over?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't put it that way. You make me feel an awful rotter.
Well, I think it's a rotten trick.
Oh, you're too full of misplaced sympathy. You know, it's all very well to talk of love's young dream, but everyone who dreams has got to wake up. And what's going to happen when he wakes up? He's going home in the evening to find his wife cooking in an 8x10 kitchen. And then he'll be counting his pennies to see if he can afford a taxi to save that $9 dress he bought for her from getting ruined in the rain. And then she'll be eating cheese and crackers instead of tripe and onions. Oh, no. With his Scotch pride, he couldn't do it.
Oh, I don't know.
It might be all right for a couple of kids who'd never had anything. But for a girl that's had money and gives it up for love, no siree, Bob.
Well, Gwen, I think... Mr. McAllister is here, sir.
Did Miss Alice see him?
I waylaid him as you told me, the moment he came in.
Show him right in here, will you?
You're going through with it?
By 12 o'clock tonight, he'll be on his way. And you'll be free to go in and win her for yourself.
Well, I still think it's a rotten trick.
Ah.
Mr. McAllister, sir.
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Mr. Presley. Good evening, Mr. Murchison.
Good evening.
You sent for me?
Yes. Won't you pull up a chair and sit down?
Thanks.
Now, my boy, I want you to throw off all your prejudices against me and listen.
Go ahead.
A month ago, I gave my consent to your marrying Bingo, and you wouldn't do it.
Do you know why?
Just a moment now. I want you to get this thing straight. Now, tonight, Bingo and I had a chat, and I think we arrived at something which would assist your pride.
Yes? Well, if there's any way out, Mr. Murchison, you show me. I'll grab it.
Fine. Well, here it is. Bingo is going out tonight before her guests to announce that you two will be married next week.
Why, she wouldn't.
Just a minute now, there's something else. She knows how you feel, and I know how you feel about money. So she has asked me to give you this check for $50,000 as a sort of a wedding present from me. It'll give you a good start, and you won't feel it's her money because it isn't.
Thanks. Thanks. But that isn't Bingo's proposition. That's yours.
Do you think I'm lying?
No. I've no doubt that you made that girl believe that this was the best way. She couldn't see your fine Italian hand in this thing, but I can. You call me in here to insult me by offering me that check as a wedding present, and thereby making my humiliation so complete that I'll get out and stay out. Well, that's what I'm going to do. But before I go, give me that check.
You'll take it?
You bet I'll take it. And when she announces we're going to be married, I'll say, oh, no, we're not. I've been bought off by the man who's doing all this for her good.
Just a minute.
You said all you're going to say to me. Good night.
Here, young fellow, come here a minute. Come here.
Well, he's got you in a tight spot, eh?
So...
Right across his knees.
Hello, Filter. Hello, Bingo.
Hello, Maud.
Bingo, this is my fault. I insisted on Marge coming. You see, she feels terrible over what happened here, and, well, she wants to say something.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Dowling. Bingo, I mean. See, you know, I thought I was the only one. When I found out that I wasn't, well, it sort of knocked me. But I don't want you to think I'm a bum sport. Let's shake hands, huh?
Oh, that's swell, Maud. You know, I'm so darned happy I couldn't be angry with anyone.
Oh, that's grand. I feel so much better now.
Run on in and have a drink. I'm hanging around here for Andy. He hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, great.
Oh, it's...
Little Oxkin wants to take.
Dance, Margie?
Someone always asks me to dance before I have my second drink. Will you wait?
Never mind. Come on, guys.
Hello, Marge.
Why, Andy! Gee! Isn't that funny? You almost scared me.
Yeah, that is funny. My scaring you.
You know what I mean. I wasn't expecting you. Where's Bingo?
How should I know?
Why, I thought...
Yeah, I know. Will you come out on the porch a minute? I want to talk to you.
Yes, Andy, but gee, I don't want to get in wrong here again.
Not a chance. Come on.
What is it, Andy?
Listen, Marge. I know what you and everybody else has been thinking, but you're the only girl in the world for me.
Oh, Andy, are you trying to kid me again? What about Bingo?
Oh, that's off. It's got to be off.
Oh, only tonight she told me how happy she was. We quarreled.
Now, listen, don't worry about her. She's got a lot of people taking care of her, doing things for her good. No, Marge, listen, believe it or not, I love you. And if you'll take me back again, I'm yours.
No, Andy, I love you, too. I never did see when that Dane had anything on me outside of her coin.
When Mr. McAllister arrives, let me know immediately, Bill.
Very well, miss.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Andy.
Well, look who's here.
Little surprised to see us together, aren't you? We got an even bigger surprise for you. Haven't I, Marge?
What is it, Andy?
Wait till I pour myself a drink. I've got a funny story to tell you.
Come on, Andy. Don't keep us waiting.
You all thought that Miss Dowling and I were to be...
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Bingo. You're just in time.
Why, I've been looking all over for you.
Well, I've been very busy. I've been with your very kind uncle, who does all he can for your good.
Oh, Andy. Oh, I wish you wouldn't talk like that. You know how I feel about it.
But you don't know how I feel. No, citizens, no. Andy McAllister's not going to marry Alice Dowling for the very good reason that he can't afford to. That is, he couldn't until tonight. But now he has plenty of money. Plenty. But he's not going to spend it on her. He's not going to wreck her young life. He's going to leave her here with her noble uncle and go where he likes, with whom he likes. Come on, Mark.
Oh, Andy. Andy, why are you doing this to me, dear? I haven't done anything to you. Where are you going?
I'm leaving town. We're both leaving.
Oh, Andy, you're drunk, darling. You don't know what you're saying. You're out of your mind. Oh, you couldn't say those things to me, darling. You couldn't if you were sane. Oh, darling, I love you.
I know what I'm doing. I've got Uncle's check. You didn't think I'd take it, did you? Ask him. Come on, Marge.
Wait. Wait, Andy. Don't go. Because you won't get away with it. Do you hear me? You won't get away with it. Oh, I don't know what it's all about, dear. All I know is that I love you. Oh, I love you so, Andy. You're mine, do you hear? And you're going to stay mine to the end. I'll swear to that. Oh, I won't let you go. I won't.
Here's luck to us. We'll need it. Good night, kid.
Wait, Andy, wait. Oh, it's all some terrible, cruel mistake, Andy. I haven't done anything to hurt you. Why have you turned on me like this? Oh, he told you how he feels? Oh, I'm not talking to you, Marge. Andy, I'm giving you one more chance. Won't you please stay and tell me what it's all about? Please, darling, please.
I'm sorry. You and I just weren't meant for each other, that's all. Good.
Oh, come on.
Thanks, my sweet.
For heaven's sake, what's happened here?
Just an automobile tire burst outside, that's all.
Bingo! Tell me what's the matter, for heaven's sake!
Whatever it is, Uncle Ben, you have to explain.
Oh, Doctor, that was the most stupid thing I've ever known. You know, I've handled guns all my life, and I'd have taken my oath the thing wasn't loaded.
Those are the kind that usually kill people.
Well, you know, young McAllister was spinning the gun to show me how Tom Mix did it. And I took it away from him because I wanted to show him I knew how to spin a gun long before I ever heard of Tom Mix. And suddenly, bang, off it goes.
Well, it's fortunate it was no worse.
Oh.
I was afraid it broke the collarbone, but it didn't. Just grazed the tip.
Oh, that's fine. Well, don't say anything about it, Doctor. You send me a bill and be sure and make it enough.
Thanks, Mr. Murchison.
Good night.
Good night.
And thank you. Good night.
I'm sorry, dear. It was very foolish of me.
Don't, darling, please. Because you know I might have killed you.
Didn't you want to?
Yes. When I thought you were going with another girl, I did.
How are you feeling, son?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Hey, Ben, here's your check. I found it torn up in pieces outside the library door.
What, you mean that...
Do you realize he tore it up before this thing happened? You know, it isn't your fault or hers. He isn't dead.
Oh, I know. Oh, you two children. There's such a lot for you to forgive. Bingo, dear. You see, there was never a woman in my life, so I didn't understand. I'm just an old jungle rat. I thought I knew what was best for you. But I do know now, darling, I do know.
Let's don't talk about it anymore, please, Uncle Ben. It's all right now, though, isn't it?
Right? You bet it's all right. I like to see anybody try and stop it. Huh? Say, young fellow, you're a mining engineer, aren't you?
I've studied it, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, how would a job down at Montalaba suit you? 15,000 a year and all you're worth above that. Would you take it?
I've got it.
Oh, isn't that marvelous?
Why, you old buzzard, what are you butting in on those two kids for?
My button?
Certainly you are. Come on, out of there.
Sorry, Ben, I'm sorry.